presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
Couldn't ask for a more perfect day. It's family fun day. Not only is Mark Gubas in the house, but he's with Dora the Explorer and SpongeBob. How about that? It's the finale of the three-game set against the Seattle Mariners. Hi, everybody, from inside the Big A. We welcome you back to Angels baseball once again here on Fox Sports West. I'm Victor Rojas and the aforementioned Mark Gubas. And today we've got a spectacular pitching matchup. King Felix Hernandez is going for the Seattle Mariners. He is the reigning American League Cy Young Award winner, going up against perhaps one of the hottest pitchers in baseball right now, Ervin Santana.
Boy, Victor, this should be a lot of fun today. Both these guys have tremendous fastballs. King Felix is a guy that can rush it up there, 98-mile-an-hour curveball, slider, changeup. Ervin Santana is on some kind of roll right now. No-hitter just a couple of starts ago, backed it up with a complete game miss last time out there. So look for these guys to establish the fastball early. The Angels have had success hitting that fastball early against King Felix before he starts getting on a roll with that curveball slider. Ervin Santana, though, mixing in that breaking ball early with his changeup and, of course, his fastball. He even told me this the other day. It's moving a little bit better for him of late than it was even the beginning part of the season, plus 95, 96 on that fastball.
Well, the Angels offense will have its hands full trying to figure out Felix Hernandez. The Angels going for a series win once again. Just about ready for baseball here at the Big A, so sit back and relax. We'll have lineups and first pitch when we return. Censored. See what they're saying at my show.
talking about Hyundai, uncensored. See what they're saying at mysocalhyundai.com. And by CarMax. Now more than ever, the smart choice is CarMax. Well, there's no doubt it's a perfect day to be down on the beach. Matter of fact, is the U.S. Open still going on? Surfing championships down in Huntington?
I think it was.
Yeah. But you know what? We've got baseball to be played here.
Well, they have those
baseball.
satellite TVs down there at the beach watching
That's
us
right.
while they're out there surfing.
On the big screen, and why wouldn't they be? You see, it is a glorious day for baseball. Seattle took game 2 of the series yesterday. They are now 49-63. And this is the lineup that Eric Wedge is running out there. Ichiro Suzuki's the DH. Jack Wilson is at shortstop. Dustin Ackley made a couple of terrific defensive plays yesterday. He's at second base. Mike Carpet first. Casper Wells did not play last night. He'll get to start in right field. Josh Bard getting his first start of the series behind the plate. Franklin Gutierrez is in center field. Trayvon Robinson got his first Major League home run last night. He's in left field, and it's Kyle Seager batting ninth and playing third base. Taking on Ervin Santana with a 7-8 record and a 3.32 earned run average.
You talk about a guy that's been red hot of late. Ervin Santana's 4 starts in a row with the W. And, of course, back-to-back starts in which he had a no-hitter, then followed up with a complete game. First time that's happened since 1991. His fastball, particularly the velocity on the fastball and late movement, 94, 95, and 96 late in the game. Very impressive. Of course, that swing and miss slider, too.
Well, those 3 straight victories for Ervin Santana. It started with that start in Baltimore on July the 22nd when he took that no-hitter into the 6th inning. Gave up 1 earned run on 3 hits in 7 2/3. Followed that up with an actual no-hitter, the 9th in team history, and then a complete game against Minnesota. Ichiro swinging first pitch. Grounds went over to Howie Kendrick. And just like that, we have the first out. It gives us opportunity to take a look at the defense for the Halos. Vernon Wells at left, Peter Borges in center, Torrey Hunter at right. Alberto Callaspo and Eric Eibart guard the left side of the infield. Howie Kendrick and Mark Trumbull on the right. And Bob Wilson back behind the plate.
And Irvin got a ground ball out the first out, but generally he's a fly ball pitcher. And Peter Borges, who caught that last out of that no-hitter for Ervin Santana, has been fantastic his last 71 games, cutting off a lot of baseballs in the gap, and of course going back extremely well and an accurate throwing arm.
Well, Jack Wilson takes a fastball for his strike. Wilson's gotten the start all 3 games in this series. Brendan Ryan's a little nicked up. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Ryan was scheduled to start yesterday's game, but it was a late scratch. And Wilson got the nod instead. Went 2 for 4, picked up a double, his 4th. And the 0-2. Slider grounded weakly towards short. Ibar has it. 2 outs. Take a look at our Hyundai key to the game.
Well, Victor, I'm going to dip into the old days going to a concert. Man on the Silver Mountain by Rainbow. That's how good Ervin Santana has been on the mound, be able to get that slider, electric slider on the outside part of the plate. Of course, fastball, I mentioned that, at 96 miles an hour. One of my best concerts I ever went to.
I tell you what, I knew there was an age gap between the two of us. I've never heard of Rainbow.
Richard Blackmore, he used to be the guitar player for Deep Purple, too.
Keep talking. It's still not sinking in. Dustin Ackley takes a pitch down and in. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
Ronnie James Dio, singer.
Oh,
yeah, you remember that? No.
Dustin Ackley, 0 for 2 yesterday with a couple of walks. Exasperated my partner is already. Don't worry, you'll pick up as soon as Dora and SpongeBob show up here.
No, I hope so.
2-0 to Dustin Ackley. Takes a fastball for a strike. 2-1. Ackley hitting .309 in his rookie campaign with 5 home runs and 23 runs batted in. 10 doubles, 5 triples. Fouls this one off to the left, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, you know you have a good fastball when a good fastball hitter is late. And in a count where you're going to get that fastball, 95 mile an hour. Again, Ervin of late has said the movement on his fastball, he can't even control it at times.
This is going to be a tough play. Callaspo cutting it off, throws over to first, and they got Ackley by a step. Terrific play by Alberto Callaspo. And Ervin Santana has a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the first. Scoreless. Scoreless. This is the lineup that Mike Scioscia is running out there this afternoon. Halos 10 games over 500 at 62 and 52, but still one back of the division-leading Texas Rangers. Eric Ibar struggled here on this homestand, leading things off at shortstop. Howie Kendrick at second base, Torrey Hunter in right, Bobby Abreu back in that cleanup spot at DH. Vernon Wells is in left, Alberto Callasco at third, Mark Trumbull at first, Peter Borges is in center field batting eighth, and Bobby Wilson will bat ninth and do the catching, taking on the Venezuelan native by the name of King Felix Hernandez.
The reigning Cy Young Award winner. We talked about the stuff he has, but 4-8 Mark Verstein was 1-4 in his career here at the Big A.
The first pitch is the fastball in there for a strike. Mentioned the struggles that Ibar has had. 0 for his last 15, 2 for 20 on this homestand. A 274 average, 7 home runs, 43 runs batted in. As he pulls this one over to first, Karp's got it. And there's the first down at the bottom of the first inning. Defensively for Seattle, it's Robinson in left, Gutierrez in center, Wells in right. In the infield, Seager, Wilson, Ackley, and Karp from third to first, and Josh Bard doing the catching.
And Dustin Ackley's been very, very good defensively in the infield here for the M's so far in this series. He made some great plays, turned a couple double plays, showed some great hops jumping up on a line drive by Trumbo. Just 2 errors on the season for him. But getting better and better as he gets acclimated to that position.
Howie Kendrick giving this one a right out toward right field, but Casper Wells will chase it down. 2 outs. That's what we were talking about in the open. Felix Hernandez is one of those guys that, as good as his stuff is, and we've even talked about this with Justin Verlander, such an overpowering fastball, you can't get to those guys early on in a game.
A lot of fastballs early. They want to establish that. The bottom line is if he's able to throw his curveball and slider in the game, it's much more difficult to be able to time that fastball. But if you know it's coming early, you have a chance to get that bat head through the zone and make good contact.
Torrey takes a fastball for his strike. Torrey's been swinging the bat well of late. He's got a 5-game hitting streak. Another multi-hit game yesterday. That's 3 consecutive multi-game hits, or multi-hit games, I should say. 8 overall over the last 3 games. He's taken his batting average up to 248. 14 home runs and 54 runs batted in. Went around on the breaking pitch. Jerry Meals agrees with us. It's 1-2. There's that slider. Tough pitch to lay off of, especially for a right-handed batter. And in a game like this, with Hernandez and Santana on the mound, not a whole lot of breathing room for the offensive side as Torrey takes a fastball that paints the inside corner. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Felix Hernandez. One of the books, we have no score. Lefty, the crafty left-hander, Jeff Zahn, throwing out the ceremonial first pitch. Is that Dr. Yoakum catching that ball for you?
That's Doc Yoakum, yeah. He got me about 6 times, but, I feel he's so much a part of this organization, and I just want him to catch the first pitch. Because he's been here a long time. served the Angels well, and I was happy to do it.
It looked like you crossed him up. I think he was anticipating, like most of us did, you turning it over, a little sink piece down and away, and all of a sudden you went forcing fastball up and in.
Yeah, I went with the high gold gas. But you should have seen my view of the eyes getting as big as the deer in headlights. And then it hit, bounced, and went in. It was great. That's all I cared about, that he caught that thing.
Oh, man. Well, he still framed it for you, though. That was a good thing.
He did, and I had a bet with DeCincy he could frame it better than Timmy. But
we'll go back and take a look at this. This is your view right here.
This is my view.
Good target, and all of a sudden,
no. See, it was close to the target, but he tried to catch it going up.
You almost messed up Dr. Yoakum's hands. That's not good.
You don't want to do that. I was part of that operation there, too, from Dr. Yoakum. He did a good job with me.
Yeah. Well, he got me enough times. I think I paid for his condo.
Mike Karp with a leadoff single to start this second inning. And this is Casper Wells, the DH. What have you been up to lately? Are you just hanging out in Michigan?
First, I was going to say you can't thank Dr. Yoakum enough how he's down here every night after full slate and does take care of the players.
Oh, no doubt.
Does it in a personal way. So, I live outside of Ann Arbor, Michigan. I've been there since '95. And before that, I was out at Pepperdine. I was a coach there, and I got the chance to go back as the head coach at Michigan. And was there till through 2001. So we like it. We're from back there, and we like it. We've got a little farmhouse, and I'm doing work with kids, teaching pitching. And,
nice.
I'm going to start collaborating with Henry Ford Hospital on mechanics, and we do some rehab programs and things like that. So many more kids are getting hurt today than they used to.
Yeah, by the way, coaching at Michigan there, how's that transition from professional ball to collegiate? Because Darren Erstad is going to be doing that in Nebraska also, so we wonder how different it was as far as the communication skills between professional baseball and college players.
On the field, it's not much different, but the key in college is you got to get the players, and that means you got to go out and recruit. And a lot of guys, I think some pro guys think that if they call a kid and they say, "Hey, this is Darren Erstad," the kids are going to automatically come. It's not like that. It's you got to sell the program. I sold the school. Michigan's not a hard sell. It's a great program, always has been, and I could get the kids there. It's a little tougher to get kids out of Texas and that to come up with the cold, but I'd ask them if they want to play in the big leagues. They'd have to learn to play in the cold there. So we did all right. We won a couple of championships, and I had a lot of fun.
Do you like the way it's set up now in the NCAA? It used to be where you'd get teams from the different regions to meet, and you'd get, we were talking about this the other day. Maine Black Bears always seem to be in the College World Series. You don't get that anymore.
No, it's not going to happen anymore. Ever since I think it started when they took scholarships away from baseball, and when they use the RPI system, it continues to favor the teams down south. So when they went to 64 teams in the tournament, they said, okay, the Big Ten will get 3 teams in. Well, we did for about 2 years. But then the RPI took over, and the only way you can raise your RPI is go down south and beat those guys when you're coming out of the field house. And so it's not a level playing field, and it's not going to be.
Well, you had some great years here with the Angels and great ERAs. When you look now at this team right now, Jared Weaver with his ERA of 1.78 in this environment in baseball, how special is that? Considering you had some great ERAs along the years here with the Angels too.
It's what he's doing is absolutely incredible. Him and Holiday. Those guys are special. They don't come around a lot. Because it's the era of the hard thrower. There's no question about that. But when you combine a guy with a sense of knowing how to pitch and how to change speeds, he's a special guy.
Ibar makes the catch on the pop-up for the second out. 2 outs now with Karp over at first base. Gutierrez coming to play. Jeff Zahn kind enough to join us here in the booth. Got to ask you about 1982 and how special of a year that was for you. You had a great year. Obviously, it did not end up the way the Angels would have liked to have seen it, even though there was, and I hate to do it, a 2-0 lead going back to Milwaukee.
I was there.
I can't get over it. I was there. I cried my eyes out at that County Stadium. I hated that ballpark from that point forward. But that team in general, the collection of stars that were on that team must have been a lot of fun that year.
We had a great year, and a lot of us were older, and it was kind of like, hey, this could be our last shot. And we hung together. We played as a team. There weren't any cliques, on that team. We just took the field and we wanted to win, and I loved to play that way. That's the only way I ever learned how to play. And so, the disappointing thing was that we didn't get to the World Series and didn't win the World Series, and we really wanted to do it for Gene Mauch. So that was a tough go.
Jeff, appreciate it. Great seeing you, and all our best to you and your family.
Well, thank you very much. It was my pleasure to be here.
We head to the bottom of the second with no score. Bobby Abreu to lead things off here against Felix Hernandez. And a 1-2-3 first, including a strikeout of Torrey Hunter. It'll be Abreu, Wells, and Callaspo. Our thanks again to Jeff Zahn for stopping by. Great insight. Boy, you could sit there and talk college baseball all day.
He's right about to be able to recruit, especially in cold weather climates like that. We had Robbie Wine, former big leaguer himself. He's the head coach at Penn State here the other day, talking with Mike Scioscia, say how difficult it is to be able to get players from California, from Texas, from Florida to come up and play in those cold climates, especially the first part of the year.
Felix Hernandez picks up his second strikeout. Back-to-back punch-outs for the right-hander. Will bring up Vernon Wells. Oh, that and the advent of the junior colleges and kids wanting to get to professional baseball a lot sooner, so you kind of circumvent the draft rules. You could be draft eligible immediately. But it's tough competing against those southern schools, though. Vernon Wells swinging first pitch, fouls one off to the left. Puts no balls in his strike. Vernon went 0 for 4 last night, hitting .211, 16 home runs and 42 runs batted in. Took something off and it misses low to even the count.
Well, I'm just remembering Jeff Zahn had a great changeup too. He could throw it 2-3 times in a row. You even could know it's coming and still not have a chance against it. Very good as far as change and speeds.
Fastball missed in off the plate. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. So Felix just does not waste a whole lot of time as Vernon fouls this one back. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Speaking of balls and strikes, that's Chris Conroy calling the balls and strikes this afternoon. Jerry Meals is over at first. C.B. Buckner at second. And Dale Scott, the crew chief, over at third. The 2-2. Got him swinging with a high fastball. Back-to-back punch-outs for Felix Hernandez. Fans, the Angels take on the Texas Rangers. That's on August the 16th, a 4-game series here at the Big A. And on August the 16th, all fans in attendance will receive a 50th anniversary mug courtesy of Wiener Schnitzel while supplies last. Purchase your tickets at the Angel Stadium ticket office or log on to angels.com. You didn't like that while supplies last?
Yeah, I didn't like that one. I was a little nervous about that one.
Qualifier.
Yeah.
Tends to creep up on occasion. Here's Alberto Callaspo, takes a slider down and in. Callaspo did not play last night. Meister Sturis got the start at third base. Fouls this one off the left. 1 ball, 1 strike. Callaspo did go 1 for 3 in the opening game of the series Friday night, including a walk. 290, 3 home runs, and 34 runs batted in. Made a very nice play on this slow roller off the bat of Dustin Ackley to end the first inning.
Well, Felix is doing a real good job early on here throwing the fastball inside. It's a good job of getting balance over the pitching rubber, slight turn.
He thought he had a strikeout there.
That's a pretty good pitch.
Yeah.
94 miles an hour. Little Louis Tion turning the back.
Well, he started doing that last year, a little bit more so. Certainly helped him and propelled him to the Cy Young Award. Callaspo hitting this one out towards center field. Gutierrez is back there. He'll make the catch. Another 1-2-3 inning. 2 in the books here at the Big A. We have no score. Just what we thought. A little pitcher's duel between Ervin Santana and Felix Hernandez on Family Fun Day here at the Big A. Always good. Hot, warm day. Eat that sponge sugar. Trayvon Robinson bounces one over to Howie Kendrick to start off this third inning. There is the first out. Robinson picked up his first major league home run last night. But he's the first out here of the third inning. That'll bring up Kyle Seager.
4 ground ball outs already for Ervin. Last few games getting a number of ground ball outs. More of a guy that would go upstairs with the fastball, a lot of fly balls. They're working down and talking to Bobby Wilson and Ervin about that fastball blade, the movement, the late movement, getting a lot of off-balance swings and a lot of ground ball outs.
The first pitch fastball is in on Kyle Seager. First strike. Seager 3 for 27 in the big leagues. Went 0 for 4 last night. And you don't hear that too often. Guys all of a sudden say, you know what, I don't know what it is or how it's happening, but I'm getting a little more life, a little more movement. I'm locating it better. That's good, though. You don't want to know. And I say this as Seager hits that single into center field with one out here in the third inning. It'll bring up Ichiro. Because sometimes you can think too much. If you realize what you're doing and you try to kind of overcompensate or fix something you didn't like a certain pitch, all of a sudden it becomes a mental game that you kind of fall into a certain pattern and you can't get out of it.
Yeah, and he's made a little bit of an adjustment in his mechanics. That front shoulder, he's keeping it tucked in a little bit for longer, and he's moving down with that front shoulder. Mike Butch has worked with him in between sessions for the past month and a half, and he's thrown the ball exceptionally well by keeping that shoulder tucked in long and going down with the front shoulder.
Breaking pitch is in for a strike. Ichiro swung at the first pitch of the ball game and grounded out to Howie Kendrick, so he's 0 for 1. Serving as the DH this afternoon. Kayas went on the grass at third base just in case. The breaking pitch in, fastball away, and it's 0-2.
It's almost as if Ichiro was anticipating something inside because he was pulling away from the pitch as it was thrown by Urban.
Lined and over the glove of Mark Trumbo to right field. Seager will head to third. Torrey gets the baseball back in. The Mariners have runners at first and third with one out. Jack Wilson coming to the plate.
Boy, just like he did on that pitch before, he was stepping in the bucket. He did so on this breaking ball inside. He was prepared to hit that pitch on the inner half. Stepping, opening up, and turning on that breaking ball inside. He's had some success against Irvin, hitting .362 in his career against Irvin Santana. Most of those hits have been on the inner half of the plate. Again, he's pretty good on sliders. He has a tough time on slow curveballs and changeups from the pitchers on the Angels side over the last few seasons. But very good on the hard stuff, whether it's a fastball or slider in.
There's Jack Wilson, the shortstop, who's 0 for 1. He grounded his short his first time up. Pushing a bunt on the right side. Santana's going to come home. The play's at the plate. And Bobby Wilson hangs on to it for the second out of the inning. More of a safety squeeze than anything else. At least that's how it appeared by the way Kyle Seager broke from third.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was a straight squeeze on there. And again, Urban has had his troubles as far as fielding his position right here, but didn't take time to a low, good throw to Bobby Wilson, who was able to block the plate and get Seager at the plate. Boy, bounced off the mound well. Got himself in position. Low, hard throw, too, for him. A lot of times you see him flip the ball over the first base, lob it over. This time a firm throw to the plate.
Ackley takes the breaking pitch down and away for ball one. Not an easy play either for a right-handed pitcher. Unable to close the shoulder, so you're kind of throwing against your body.
So he didn't have time to think on that. Reacted and made a good throw. That was a good idea for Urban to be able to take that in when he gets a ground ball to throw the first. Just react and throw.
Ackley takes just a little bit low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Ackley hit that slow roller on the left side that Kayaspo threw him out on in the first inning, so he's 0 for 1. Ichiro standing at second base, and Wilson reaching on the fielder's choices at first. This one gets away from Wilson, and the runners will advance. A 3-0 count on Ackley.
7th wild pitch for Urban. Felix Hernandez with 12 wild pitches. When you have that nasty slider like that, you're going to have a number of wild pitches, and that ball got away from Bobby Wilson.
Not a bad idea either, too, just going back to that bunt by Eric Wedge. Well, Jack Wilson put the bunt down, but Eric Wedge, the manager, considering the way Felix Hernandez has been throwing the ball here the first couple of innings, as Ackley takes a strike.
Playing for that one run. Both these pitchers have been throwing the ball very, very well. That one run could seem like 6 or 7 runs the way they've been throwing of late, and what they're capable of doing also on the mound.
3-1 pitch. Ackley fouls it back, so we're at a full count now after falling behind at 3 balls and no strikes. Ichiro standing at third base. Wilson over at second. Dustin Ackley is the batter with a full count, 2 outs. Mike Carp on deck. Here's the payoff. Ackley skies this one down the left field line. Long run over for Eric Ibar, trying to cut across. Still going over there. Makes the running catch. And the inning comes to an end. The defense here this afternoon for the Angels through the first 3 innings has been spectacular. Teoscar, Santana, and now Ibar. We hit at the bottom of the third, still scoreless. Nickelodeon day here at the Big A, and we'll explain that a little bit more as Mark Trumbull leads things off, swinging at the first pitch slider. We told you SpongeBob and Dora the Explorer were in the house. Hold on, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you, SpongeBob. Sorry, I don't want your cartoon, but it's a pleasure.
Oh, I love you, SpongeBob.
Oh, I knew the man-child would enjoy this.
Oh yes.
Trumbull went around on the breaking pitch. No, he did not. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. So
where's Patrick at, SpongeBob? Yes, he's not here right now. He's hanging out all around.
So you can communicate.
Yes.
It's as if you're underwater with SpongeBob. It is amazing. You are a talented human being.
Yes. It's a thing of beauty.
SpongeBob, we appreciate your visit. Enjoy your day here at the Big A.
Okay. Thank you.
Jeez, I thought that was him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Felix Hernandez faced 6 batters. He's retired all 6. 3 via strikeout, and Mark Trumbull launches one out to deep left center field. Oh! Big fly, and I mean big fly for Mark Trumbull. 1-0 Halos.
SpongeBob, I think that home run went to Bikini Bottom as far as that went. That thing was crushed by Mark Trumbull. How far did that thing go? Home run number 22 for Mark Trumbull.
Well, you thought that 3-run home run up into the rocks was one thing. This thing, a lot further. That cleared that last boulder up there where Felix Hernandez actually kept staring at it. Peter Bourjos takes down low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Here's Felix's reaction.
Well, you got to throw pretty hard to be able to do that.
Oh, man.
That was about as good a swing as you'll ever see against Felix Hernandez, and that ball was squared up perfectly.
Bourjos popping this one up. Ackley calls off Wilson. 1 out. All right, Mark Trumbo's 22nd home run, 63rd run batted in.
That ball was hit so far. 22 home runs on the season for Mark Trumbo.
Bobby Wilson swinging through the first pitch, and it's no balls and a strike.
You know, you hate to look at a home run against you if you're a pitcher, but sometimes when you see a guy hit a ball that far, you have to give a courtesy look and see how far that ball actually was going to go.
0-1 pitch is outside, 1 ball, 1 strike, and I would imagine that, if you're going to give it up.
You don't want a wall scraper. You want one that's got some distance.
In grand fashion, you can't be too chapped about it, right? Well, I mean, I'm not asking you because you were always chapped as Wilson bounces this one to third. There are 2 outs. But from the standpoint of, all right, at least you gave it up, and you can go back to the dugout and say, hey, that ball was crushed.
I mean, that's a long way.
I appreciate Trayvon Robinson, too, giving the courtesy jog all the way to the warning track.
Yes, I would shake the hand of my outfielder for doing that. Just give it just a couple steps. Thank you for that one.
Jim Rice never would have moved.
No. Ricky Henderson? No. Man, that baseball was crushed.
Oh.
We'll have to ask him tomorrow on the plane flight out to New York, did he get all that one? Because there's no question he got all that one.
Yeah, I think he's getting tired of us asking that. Because now all we did, we just get the smirk now.
I just missed it.
I think I did.
Yeah, just missed it. I could have got a little bit more.
Eric Eybar 0 for 1. He grounded out to first base at the bottom of the first. That's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Eybar trying to bunt his way on, and Seager, nice effort trying to get there, just dropping down in front of him. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch. It's down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Felix Hernandez had retired the first 6 batters before Mark Trumbo led off this 3rd inning with a deep blast to left center field. Giving the Angels a 1-0 lead. Here comes the 2-2. Eybar, breaking pitch. He went around, according to the home plate umpire, Chris Conroy. Bard will apply the tag. That will end the inning. But the Angels get a run. The 22nd home run of the season for Mark Trumbo. A no-doubter. Through 3. The Angels up 1-0. The score of 1-0. Take a look at our AT&T trivia question for this afternoon. 9 different players have caught the 9 no-hitters in Angels history. How many can you name, Bobby Wilson?
Wow, way to go out on a limb there.
Bob Boone?
Yes.
Ervin Santana getting Mike Karp to swing at the first pitch. He grounds out for the first out here in the 4th.
Another ground ball out for Ervin Santana. That game in Baltimore we threw exceptional. He only had 1 walk, 1 strikeout. I think he had 12 to 13 ground ball outs in that game.
Casper Wells steps to the plate, the right fielder. Casper Wells getting to start in right field. Struck out in the 2nd. The only punch out that Ervin Santana has had this afternoon. No walks, 3 hits allowed. Good defense by the Angels already through the first 3 innings.
Well, that play by Eric Ibar to end the last inning. He went so far to make that play.
This one fouled back behind the plate and into the seats. It's 1-1. Wells getting that started right because Ichiro getting to start at DH for the 6th time this year. Give him a chase that slider. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Not a bad idea, though, to use Ichiro on that DH spot, especially with Seattle and the young players that they have coming up, give them an opportunity over the next 7 weeks to kind of see what they could do. Swing and a miss. Down goes Wells. 2 outs.
Well, that was a nasty slider. Again, that's a good point about that too, Victor. You know, those guys get to play the outfield to get in a better flow of the game where you're a young player. See Casper Wells swinging at that nasty breaking ball right at that spot by Ervin, but Eric Wedge is going to get them an opportunity to get into the flow of the game by playing in the field, playing some defense, and go up there and try to get acclimated to the plate against some very good pitchers in the major leagues.
And that's what you have to do at this stage of the game. You got a team that's 13 games out in the division. Not just Seattle, but any team that's kind of at that point. The last 7 weeks of the year, you got some players that you think are going to impact your ball club going into next season. Give them an opportunity, give them the at-bats, let them get their feet wet. Saw Blake Bevan last night do a terrific job picking up his 3rd win. He stymied the Angels offense. They've got some position players, they've got some arms. They had some pretty good power arms down in the bullpen as well.
And they started off so well during the year, and everyone was thinking, are they going to be able to contend?
Right.
They were way ahead of schedule, and they were pitching so well and have opportunities to win. Now they've fallen back where everyone anticipated them being, getting these young hitters now. That's the thing. They're getting up here now at the major league level, and some quality hitters can get an opportunity to swing the bat now.
Ervin falling behind here, 3 balls and a strike on Josh Bard. Bard popped out to Ibar in the 2nd inning, so he's 0 for 1. Fouls this one off, and it's a full count. I tell you what, it's only been 2 games. I like Trayvon Robinson a lot.
Yes.
3-2 is upstairs, and he walked up first. Walk issued by Santana. Fans, are you ready to kick back to the best seats at the game? The Chevy Sweet Seats are up for grabs for you and 3 lucky guests. You could even score some sweet seats of your own with a brand new Chevy. For official rules and your chance to win, visit ChevyBaseball.com/Angels. I mean, the Dodgers better have gotten Johnny Bench because Trayvon Robinson's legit.
Good power. And when you hit a ball that far the other way, your first major league home run, the left center field in this ballpark at night.
This one toward the hole. Ibar's got it. Flips over to second base. And he's out at second. Nice play by Eric Ibar. No. He's being overruled by the third base umpire, Dale Scott. C.B. Buckner made the call. And the way Howie came off the bag, it seemed like either one, he was hurt, or two, maybe bobbled the baseball. Buckner called him out. Dale Scott, the third base umpire, overrules him. So it's an infield base hit for Gutierrez.
Well, this is going to be another spectacular play for Herc Ivars. Howie trying to stretch. You can see the baseball right there out of his glove. Originally called out by C.B. Buckner, but Dale Scott had a real good view from where he was at third base. But most times you have to ask for help.
Dale Scott, the crew chief, making the decision to get out there and make the call. And here's the aforementioned Trayvon Robinson with 2 on and 2 outs. Swinging through that breaking pitch. It's no balls and a strike. Robinson saw one pitch in the third inning and grounded out to Howie Kendrick. So he's 0 for 1. A young man who was a 10th round pick by the Dodgers in 2005 out of Crenshaw High School. Recently acquired by Seattle, a 3-team trade. Made his debut Friday with 1 for 3. Got a single as he goes around on that pitch. It's no balls, 2 strikes. Picked up his first home run last night.
And his first career hit was against Jared Weaver, and then he made that unbelievable play in the stands on preventing Torrey Hunter from a 2-run home run. First game of the series.
Three consecutive sliders.
Well,
1 ball, 2 strikes.
You see a young hitter swing at the first 2, you have to take that shot. Go in the same area, see if he'll go swing at it again. You go inside on him around the hand level, but he's shown pretty good power. Fastballs down and away.
Breaking pitch did not go. Dale Scott making the call at third. A 2-out walk to Josh Bard. The infield base hit by Gutierrez. He stands at first. Bard at second. Now Wilson and Santana going to talk things over here. The inning started rather easily for Santana with 1 pitch thrown to Karp on a ground ball. The strikeout of Casper Wells.
Well, those 2-out walks. It's amazing what happens during the course of an inning when you have that little bit of a letdown mentally.
2-2 inside. And a full count now. The base runners will be off at the pitch.
After that fastball up and in, I would assume that Urban's going to try that slider down and in. It's not a bad time to try that, too. See if you get a youngster overly aggressive. 4 times already in the game. 4 full counts for Urban.
55 pitches, 36 have been strikes. 2 punch outs and 1 walk. The runners go. The 3-2 is a called strike 3 on the inside corner. Down goes Robinson. That will end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th. The Angels on top 1-0. Angels Baseball is brought to you by your Southern California Ford dealers. Visit us today and trade up to Ford. And by Jack in the Box. For a limited time, Jack's Really Big Chicken Sandwich Combo is back for only $3.99 plus tax at participating restaurants. Halos up by the score of 1-0 as we start this bottom of the fourth. Gorgeous day for baseball here. Felix Hernandez has allowed one hit. That was the home run to Mark Trumbo. Jumbo getting his 22nd home run and his 63rd run batted in, leading off the third inning. Here's Howie Kendrick leading things off, and he'll look at a strike.
That's the 14th home run that King Felix has allowed this season. 10 of them against right-handed batters, which is surprising because he has that very good curveball and a very good slider.
Howie takes a strike on the outside corner, unless Chris Conroy is saying that Howie offered at that pitch, but looked like that pitch was off the plate. As it is, it's no balls and 2 strikes. Kendrick 0 for 1. He lined one out to right field in the first inning. A 1-ball, 2-strike count. Felix with 4 strikeouts, no walks, and that 1 hit. Two balls, 2 strikes. Hernandez coming off back-to-back victories. Last time out against Oakland. The start prior to that against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. Gave up a run on 5 hits in 7 innings against the Pinstripers. 2 runs in 6 1/3 against the Athletics. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. Bard will fire on to first to complete the strikeout. And there's out number 1. Go back to our AT&T trivia question. 9 no-hitters thrown in Angels history. 9 different catchers. Can you name them? Well, we got 2 of them. Wilson and Bob Boone. Buck Rogers. How about Jose Askew? Remember Jose? Jeff Torborg. Lance Parrish. I was trying to think of the Langston Witt one. And Bobby Wilson. Tom Egan. Man. Torrey swinging through the first pitch, and it's 0-1.
Still hard to believe Nolan Ryan 7 no-hitters in his career. I mean, that's unbelievable. And he had a ton of one-hitters, too. What do you have, like 12 or more one-hitters?
It's pretty good cheese.
And a few punch-outs, too, along the way.
Here's the 0-1. Torrey swinging through that one. It's no balls, 2 strikes. Torrey went down looking in the first. I think Nolan would have reacted with Carlos Guillen in that home run last Sunday.
I don't know if Carlos Guillen would ever had another at-bat against him. That would have been it. He might not even made it to first base.
Torrey fouls this one off to the right. Still at 0-2.
No one wasn't afraid. He was old school as far as if he thought if somebody was posing after a home run, or even if he tried to bunt on him or steal the base. He didn't like that.
Yep. The legend has it that he would come down on occasion to certain guys that would like to bunt or even thought about bunting, and a message would be relayed, don't even think about it.
Yeah, try to swing your way on instead of bunting. I can't move real well, and I'm not even pretend to move real well, so don't try it. It was a good idea not to.
Oh, man, tell a story about Bob Gibson, about 1-2 pitch, gets him. 2 outs. It's 3 consecutive strikeouts for Felix Hernandez. He's got 6 on the game. Brings up Abreu, but the guy at the plate digging in against Bob Gibson. Bob would just casually walk down the mound and just politely say, just keep on digging, because that's where I'm going to bury you. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Hey, Bruce Keeson, who used to pitch with a number of clubs, including the Angels, was the same way.
Really?
Yeah. If you were digging your cleats into the ground, there was a good chance you weren't going to be in that same spot after one pitch.
Abreu takes a strike on the outside corner. Bobby, a strikeout victim himself in the second. Who was the all-time worst at doing that when you were playing?
Digging in?
Or no.
Or throwing
a scream and I mean, you were a screamer, legendary. 0-1 pitch is rolled up the line. That is foul. 0-2.
I was just effectively wild. Every once in a while, the baseball got away. I tried to throw strikes. I was, my control early on in my career wasn't there.
You never yelled at somebody in the dugout or on the bases, ever?
You know me, I'm a quiet guy. I might have said, good luck at this at bat.
I wish you well. 0-2 to Abreu. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. .48 pitches thrown by Felix Hernandez. 34 have been strikes. 6 punch-outs, no walks, 1 hit. Here's the 1-2. Bobby goes down swinging, and Felix Hernandez has struck out the side, his 7th of the game. But through 4, the Angels still on top, 1-0.
To take the mound once again to preserve that 1-0 lead so far.
Irvin with a couple of strikeouts, 1 walk. 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. Big strikeout of Trayvon Robinson on a 3-2 pitch to end the 4th. Seager, Ichiro, and Wilson here in the 5th. Kyle Seager takes upstairs. Seager had a base hit in the 3rd inning, so he's 1 for 1. Pulls this one foul. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. You know who Seager reminds me of? First couple of at-bats you've seen him in this series. I remember him when he made his debut. Got that first hit on the 10th of July against the Angels. But Lonnie Chisenhall, the 3rd baseman, the young prospect for the Indians that we just saw in Cleveland. Very similar kind of approach at the plate, at least.
Especially where their hands are as they approach.
Breaking pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 1-2.
Well, why does it seem like left-handed batters have that smooth swing as compared to right-handed batters?
I don't know.
It's always been the case. When you look at over the history of the game, all those good swings, majority are from left-handed batters.
Breaking pitch in the dirt. Seager goes down swinging, and there is out number 1. Hey, the NFL is back, and Fox's coverage begins with a preseason special as the Buccaneers head to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. Coverage begins on Friday, August the 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific on High Def only on Fox.
Well, they had the Hall of Fame inductions yesterday.
Yeah.
Canton, Ohio. Deion Sanders was pretty good. Good speech.
The do-rag on his, on his own bust.
Yes.
It's a good move, I got to admit. Wasn't a huge Deion guy. That was
pretty good, though.
That was
Hall of Fame speech.
No doubt. How about the Sharp brothers?
And, of course, Marshall Faulk.
Yep.
Remember that unbelievable Rams team.
Ichiro's 1 for 2 with a ground out and a base hit. Pulls this one foul.
Richard Dent made it in there also. Remember that great defense for the Bears in the mid-'80s.
Oh, I thought it was just a music video.
Yeah, it was all about the
Super Bowl Shuffle.
Super Bowl Shuffle, no question.
Lifted in the air down the line. Long run in for Vernon. Ibar going out. Nobody can get this one. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I mean, Ibar is so fast going back on pop-ups. He almost got to this baseball. He had to go so far. Like he shifted into second gear. Tell you, for me right now, if you're awarding Gold Gloves for positions, Eric Ibar is the Gold Glove winner at shortstop this year.
Well, you're going to get a lot of play for Asdrubal Cabrera
because of those
Cleveland
great
Indians.
plays, but he's made a lot of errors on routine plays.
Patented Ichiro's swing there. 2 balls, 2 strikes still. Or you think he'd be susceptible right now to the breaking pitch on the outside part of the plate. They're coming in, and Ibar going out there on the little looper makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. Fans groups of 25 or more can enjoy exciting Angels baseball for as low as $6 per seat. Make your plans to be part of the 50th anniversary celebration and book your group outing today by calling 888-796-HALO by visiting angels.com/groups. 2 up and 2 down for Irvin here in the 5th. There's Jack Wilson. No balls and strike. Oh and 2. Wilson's 0 for 2. Ground ball to short and a fielder's choice. Tried to squeeze in Kyle Seager in the 3rd, but Irvin threw home and got Seager at the plate for the 2nd out of that inning. Upstairs. Fastball for effect. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He'll change eye level by a lot.
Fouled off to the right.
Well, I like that coming right back with a fastball because Jack Wilson has to assume after that fastball up like that, he's going to throw a breaking ball. Late on that 94 now, look for a slider.
This one pulled foul out in front of that breaking pitch. Still a 1-2 count. Sweet tuxedo.
Yeah. See, that's the benefits of coming dressed up for the game.
2 and 2. Don't see the happy banana in the stands today. Or the Leopards.
No.
Or were they Cougars? Two. Wilson chops it to 3rd. Callaspo has it. Irvin Santana with a 1-2-3 inning. The 2nd time he's done that this afternoon. Head to the bottom of the 5th. The Angels leading at 1-0. 5 amusement parks, 4 states, 3 games, 2 kids, 1 great trip.
I would say so.
Yeah. I like it. Vernon Wells leading things off. Swinging first pitch and bounces it up the line. Seager bobbles it for a second, but he's got a strong arm, and he'll retire Wells for the first out.
Well, I would say he has a strong arm. That was a tough play on the backhand. Knocks it down, recovers. Makes a strong, strong throw to get Vernon by a half a step. Didn't panic. When you have an arm like that, you don't have to panic. Strong throw.
Vernon's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and now that ground out. Here's Callaspo. Lifted a fly ball to center field to end the second. Pitch just missing low. 1 ball, no strikes. This is the second start for Felix Hernandez against the Angels this year. The other coming on July the 10th. Got a no decision. About 2 runs, both earned on 6 hits, 7 innings of work. Had 6 strikeouts in that game. He's got 7 in this one. Season high for him is 11 punch outs. That was against the Rays back on June the 2nd as Callaspo loops one out to left. Robinson will make the catch, 2 outs. Be sure to follow the Angels at foxsportswest.com/Angels and read Joe McDonald's column on how Howie Kendrick likes to take pictures. It's called Lens of an Angel. I like it. Here are the results of our Angels poll question. The most amazing Major League Baseball record, 56-game hitting streak by Joe DiMaggio. Second place was Cy Young, 511 career victories. There's Mark Trumbo. Takes a breaking pitch on the corner first strike.
Yeah, you would assume he was going to get a breaking ball there.
Yeah.
After that last time up, fastball hit a mile.
That ball was hit so far that they couldn't register it here. As far as
we're still waiting to find the distance. Boy, slider, changeup.
Trumbo getting his 22nd home run of the season, leading off the 3rd. Breaking pitch, called strike 3 on the outside corner. That pitch looked like it was off the plate. But Trumbo goes down looking. Another 1-2-3 inning for Hernandez through 5. It's still 1-0 Angels.
Freeze cam. Ervin Santana fields the bunt by Jack Wilson. Gets himself set enough to make a perfect throw to Bobby Wilson. A low throw. Seager's coming sliding into the plate. Prevents the run from scoring. Great job by both Bobby Wilson and Ervin Santana. That was our Coors Light Freeze cam brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
Well, here in the top of the 6th inning, Santana will be facing 3, 4, and 5. Ackley, Karp, and Wells. Dustin Ackley, the second baseman, takes a breaking ball for a strike. He's 0 for 2 with a ground ball to third and a pop-up to Eric Ibar. That was that one that was down the line in the foul territory that Ibar made a nice play on in the third inning. Hit sharply over to first. Trumbo's got it. He'll feed Santana. There is the first out.
Another ground ball out, mixed in a curveball, mixed in a changeup. That's a big pitch too. Urban's been getting on a roll with lately too, is his changeup. Like real good movement on that pitch and a lot of easy outs with it. When you look at that fastball for Urban, 93, you see the reaction by Bobby Wilson. Again, he's told me it's the last few starts, that late movement on the fastball.
Fouled off to the left, and it's no balls and 2 strikes.
I mean, usually you see a guy with a 2-seam fastball. We talk about that a lot. It usually sinks. 4-seam fastball stays true as far as the plane that comes in. But his fastball of late, though, with unbelievable, almost like cutting type action on the fastball.
Bouncer through the right shot on a 0-2 pitch. Mike Carr picks up his second hit of the game, so he's 2 for 3. We'll bring up Casper Wells. 5th hit picked up by the Seattle Mariners this afternoon against Irvin. Casper Wells is 0 for 2. Went down looking into second, went down swinging in the 4th. Recently acquired from the Detroit Tigers, part of the Doug Fister trade. 14th round pick in 2005 by Detroit. Little nubber out in front of the plate. That is just foul. Wilson kind of having to go behind Wells there. That ball had enough spin on it to get into foul territory.
Did like what Bobby Wilson did with that baseball. Tried to give it back to Irvin to be able to use that baseball. When a ball's hit like that off the bat, it might have a cut or so on the baseball. A little better movement. Bounces out in front. Tries to be able to field that ball fair to get that out. Just rolls foul, though.
Fastball missing low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Casper Wells this year playing in his 70th major league game between both Detroit and Seattle. Came in batting .273 with 5 home runs and 17 runs batted in. 7 for 19 since coming over to Seattle. 2-1. Mariners no runs, 5 hits. They've left 5 guys on base. The Angels 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. Carp does not run all that well. He's at first base with 1 out. Irvin falling behind at 3 balls and a strike. Josh Bard, the catcher, is on deck. Ground ball to the third baseman. Cayaspo gets rid of it quickly to Howie Kendrick. The relay to first, not in time. Nice dig by Trumbo and a nice effort overall. But Wells keeps the inning alive as he reaches on the fielder's choice, but there are 2 outs now.
Well, the Angels infielders did about as well as you can do to get a double play. Cayaspo, nice play on that tough hop. Feeds over to Howie, who is very quick on the transfer through the first. And a good scoop by Trumbo. Wells is too quick, beats that one out. But overall, great job. Well, what a turn by Howie.
So Bard will step to the plate here with 2 outs and Wells over at first. Bard so far today, a pop-up to short and a walk. The only free pass that Santana has issued.
Well, you got to believe that Wells is going to think about trying to steal a base. He's got 2 stolen bases. Urban He's allowed 21 stolen bases in 22 attempts.
Irvin really slowing things down. He has done so, too, against Bard. The 2 previous plate appearances. Pitch out, nothing's happening. 1 ball, no strikes. Wells has had the ability to run down to the minor leagues. Best season in 08, had 25 bags. Between A ball and double A.
You would think with 2 outs you would take a shot at that. But again, for Irvin, just hold the ball, slow him down, keep the momentum away from Wells going towards second base, make him freeze as he tries to take that lead. Give Bobby Wilson a better chance if he does go to throw him out.
Wells takes off. The pitch is outside. The throw down from Bobby is in time. C.B. Buckner rings up Casper Wells. Second straight game in which Wilson is thrown out. It would be base stealer. We enter the bottom of the 6th with the Angels still on top. He's a friend of mine by the name of Steele Morris. He is the guy that is in charge and runs the Orange County Miracle League and does a terrific job. Of about 70 not only athletes but also family members in attendance here, disabled, physically challenged, that love to play baseball, and the terrific job that Steele does. And obviously the Angels very close to that organization. You got a great field just nearby here. It was donated, and actually I think it was opened up last year during the All-Star festivities and stuff like that. Just a great organization, and glad they could be out here at the ballpark. It was good getting a chance to see them earlier in the game. Borges has a 1 ball, 1 strike count to start the bottom of the 6th inning. 8-9-1. Do it for the Angels. Borges, Wilson, and Ibar. Peter 0 for 1. He popped out. Dustin Ackley his first time up. He swings through that pitch. And it is 1-2. Felix Hernandez has it going today.
Boy, he is locked in. I mean, his assortment of pitches we talked about in the pregame show, he has 4 plus pitches. And what I mean by that, he's got, you see average fastballs, average breaking balls. He's a plus average on every one of those pitches.
Little tapper back to Hernandez. Gets rid of it quickly, and Borges is retired for the first out. Hey, fans, on August the 18th, the Angels will take on the Texas Rangers. That's a 7:05 start. Fans in attendance will receive a no bobblehead courtesy of Kaiser Permanente while supplies last. There's that qualifier.
There it is.
To purchase your tickets, visit the Angel Stadium ticket office or log on to angels.com. You going to take that no bobblehead and put it on your dashboard?
No question.
Like the old-fashioned hula dancer?
Yes.
That you used to have in your Trans Am or Camaro? Whatever mullet guys were driving back then.
Trans Am, man. That was a cool ride.
Firebird.
That's how I rolled.
That's it. No balls and a strike on Bobby Wilson, who grounded out his first time up. Oh, and 2.
Yeah, he is locked in today.
A little bounce in his step, and why not? He's had it going since the first pitch he's thrown. He retired the first 6 guys before giving up the Trumbo home run. The only hit, the only base runner that the Angels have had. Ervin Santana's made it hold up so far through 6 innings. The 1-2 pitch. Bounced foul. Still a ball and 2 strikes. The Halos are off tomorrow. They travel to New York. 6-game road trip beginning on Tuesday night. 3 against the Yankees, 3 against the Toronto Blue Jays. And then back home. 2-2. Back home for a big series. Texas Rangers will be in town for 4.
Baltimore for 3 and the White Sox for 2.
Yep. 2-2 pitch. It's fouled. Texas will be taking on the Cleveland Indians later on this afternoon, 5 o'clock Pacific time, 7 o'clock in Texas. Finale of that series. Interesting how those first 2 games have played out. Cleveland blowing the lead late 2 nights ago. And
tried to do
Texas,
it again last night, too.
They did blow a lead late, but battled against Neftali Feliz and won it in the 9th inning.
This is going to be a great race all the way to the end. Last 3 games of the year against the Rangers.
Yep. 10 total games left between the 2 teams. 7 here at the Big A, and 3 in Texas. 2-2 is outside. Full count. As a matter of fact, the next road trip, not this one that's upcoming between New York and Toronto, but the one right after that long homestand. 3-game series at the end of August. Down in Arlington. Here's a 3-2. Bobby Wilson. Foul tips that one. It's hung on to by Bard, and there is out number 2.
Yeah, we'll go back to this road trip. 7 of the next 13 games against the Rangers. So it's a lot of fun. No question about that. You got to take care of business beforehand, though. You got to win those games prior to that, too.
That was the first 3-ball count that Felix Hernandez has had today. Results in a strikeout of Wilson. Back to the top of the order now. Eric Ibar stepping in with 2 outs and nobody on. Eric is 0 for 2 with a ground ball to first and a punch out himself. Bat goes flying. Jerry Meals avoids getting hit.
Quick, getting out of the way.
We've seen Eric do that quite a bit over the last month. No 1 count on Ibar. The Mariners in the 7th inning have Bard, Gutierrez, and Robinson 6, 7, and 8. No balls, 2 strikes. Ibar pulls this one into deep right field, going back on it as well, as he'll make the running catch at the warning track, and that will end the inning. Nice job by Albert turning on that fastball. Almost got it, but Hernandez retires the side. Norton, the Angels still on top. Gasoline. We're on the driver's side. Top of the 7th, Ervin Santana and the Angels with a 1-0 lead. Josh Bard to lead things off here for Seattle, the Mariners catcher today. 0 for 1, a pop-up and a walk. He was at the plate when Casper Wells was thrown out trying to steal second base to end the 6th inning. Breaking pitch is rolled foul. No balls and 1 strike.
Went to some outstanding numbers. Last 4 starts for Ervin. Only 32 innings pitches, 2 earned runs allowed. Of course, you add in there that no-hitter. 10 punch-outs in that no-hitter for Ervin.
0-2 count now on Bard. Miguel Oliva got the start behind the plate in the first 2 games of the series. Went 0 for 4 Friday. Had a couple of hits last night. One ball, 2 strikes. Ervin with 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 5 hits allowed. Swing and a miss. Bobby Wilson will throw on to first to complete the punch out. There is the first out of the 7th. Strikeout number 5 for Santana.
Another very good breaking ball. That unhittable plane going down and into a left-handed batter. You started inside part of the plate, ends up on the back foot of a left-handed hitter. All as you can do, if you make any contact at all, you're going to foul that ball off your foot.
Oh, 0-1. Franklin Gutierrez, the center fielder, has hit a fly ball to left, and he has singled. There's the infield base hit that was awarded him in the 4th inning. A rough season for Gutierrez this year. Didn't start his season till mid-May. Inside. There's 2 balls and a strike. Gutierrez starting the season on the disabled list. It was termed with stomach gastritis. Going back to last year, it bothered him towards the end of the season, into the offseason, into spring training. Foul back, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. And whatever it is, whether it's still bothering him or not, he's just has not been able to get back to what he was a couple of years ago when he was kind of a breakout star. Everyone knew what he had in Cleveland, but had a very, very good season in Seattle, both offensively and defensively.
And he was one of the best, if not the best, center fielder for a while defensively.
Chopper to short. Ibar has it. 2 outs. Hey, folks, on Saturday, August the 20th, the Christian band Mercy Me will continue the postgame summer concert series presented by SRS Labs in association with Budweiser. Purchase your tickets today at the Angel Stadium ticket office or at angels.com/concerts. Mercy Me, Saturday, August the 20th.
And what, it's been fantastic for these summer concerts after those Saturday games.
Did you hang out for Luda?
Just for a little bit.
A little bit?
Yep.
2 more concerts to go. Mercy Me and then Neo. Bring it home.
Bring it home.
Trayvon Robinson 0 for 2. A ground out and a strikeout. Takes inside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. You would think that with the success of the concerts this year that there'd be a carryover to next season.
Well, everybody's stayed around, and we've stayed around for a number of the songs. They've raved about the sound. It was outstanding. And last night, concert, everyone pretty excited about that concert last night. It's been that way for all 3 so far this year. I hope they keep it going.
Pitches inside, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. I like the old school jersey he was rocking too. They have finally come up with the estimation on the Mark Trumbo home run. 2-2. He went around. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Urban Santana with a couple of strikeouts. Mark Trumbo's home run only went 471 feet.
That's it?
That's it. 7th inning stretch time, and the Angels with a 1-0 lead.
Pollo Loco.
Don Baylor, a power hitter for 19 seasons, 6 as an Angel. He became the team's first ever AL MVP in 1979, leading them in every sense of the word.
He was just absolutely Mr. Consistency.
He had all of us check our egos at the door.
And being about 6'3" and about 220, you don't want to mess with Donnie Baylor. If Donnie said something to you, you pretty much paid attention.
Take a look at our Farmers Insurance report card for this afternoon.
Boy, Urban Santana is dealing once again. 7 shutout innings. Felix Hernandez has been very good himself. Just that one mistake he made, and that was to Mark Trumbo, who hit a 471-foot shot. 22 home runs on the season for Mark Trumbo.
6 strikeouts for Urban Santana, 1 walk, 5 hits allowed. The Angels up by the score of 1-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. Sending up 2, 3, and 4. Kendrick, Hunter, and Abreu. Felix Hernandez, 1 hit allowed. Howie Kendrick lifts this one down the right field line. Casper Wells runs out of room. Carp's over at first base, just kind of watching Casper Wells run.
He's checking him out, saying, hey, you got a long way to go. Better you than me.
Carp never left the dirt, and why would he? 1 ball, 1 strike on Howie Kendrick, who's 0 for 2 with a fly ball to right and a punch out. One ball, 2 strikes. That was just the 75th pitch thrown by Felix Hernandez this afternoon.
With 54 strikes.
Breaking pitch, chop foul. So in case you didn't hear, Mark Trumbo, the only hit today, 471 feet. Deep left center field. You know it was going to be gargantuan, at least as far as the Big A standard is concerned. Took a long enough time to get it, but I'm not a big fan of the numbers because it doesn't mean a whole lot. But when you get the long ones,
yeah, when you have
kind of fun.
When you have the pitcher admiring how far that goes, that's a legit home run.
Full count now on Howie Kendrick's second 3-ball count for Felix Hernandez in this game. Rolled toward the hole. Even if Wilson comes up with it, and he does, it's going to be an infield hit. Howie Kendrick is on board, the second baseman of the game.
And speaking of that home run by Mark Trumbo, now it's time for a Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. At that point, King Felix had not given up a hit or a run. Well, that changed it all with one swing of the bat for Mark Trumbo. 471-foot shot, his 22nd home run of the season and 63rd RBI.
This will be the first time that Felix Hernandez will work from the stretch. That's the beauty of giving up a home run. You don't have to change your routine.
No, just
stay from the windup.
You know, that little spin when you turn around as far as releasing the baseball. Now you can't really do that from the stretch because then you create too much of an opportunity for a guy to steal a base against you. And he has allowed 22 stolen bases this year.
Howie takes off. Torrey swings and grounds one with Jack Wilson covering. That's a base hit. Kendrick will head to third, and Torrey Hunter with his first hit of the game. Back-to-back knocks for the Angels here to start the 7th.
Boy, if you want to draw up a perfect hit and run textbook, this is it. Howie, good jump. Torrey hits a ground ball in the space vacated by Jack Wilson, who was covering the base. Great job by Torrey putting the ball on the ground. Continues to have a great homestand. His first hit of this game, coming into the game today for Torrey, very good as far as hitting the ball. 11 for 20, now 12 for 23.
Halos looking for some insurance. They have runners at first and third. The infield in halfway with Bobby Abreu at the plate. Halos last night had plenty of men in scoring position. Ended up going 2 for 10 in that situation. And for the series, 3 for 19. Bobby swings and pops it up. Dustin Eckley in the infield is there. 1 out. So Abreu swinging first pitch. Makes the first out here in the 7th. Abreu's 0 for 3, and that'll bring up Vernon Wells.
And Bobby generally doesn't do that unless he's thinking in terms of trying to jump on a fastball. And that's what he's trying to do against Felix Hernandez there. Pops it up in the infield. Well, when you look at, you mentioned Felix Hernandez prior to this inning and not been pitched out of the stretch. That's where the advantage would be more of a sinker ball pitcher out of the stretch because you got better sink. power pitchers aren't quite as effective when they're pitching out of the stretch position. Lose a little bit of that leverage, and the fastball velocity goes away a bit. Sinker ball pitchers have better sink out of the stretch even.
Infield back now at double play depth. Vernon takes that pitch down low. The Angels this year, a .241 average with men in scoring position. Vernon lays off, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Pretty good idea by Hernandez, running that fastball in on the hands.
Very good. You could freeze the runner at third, and then you have a better opportunity to get a ground ball at an infielder, and Vernon would have a tough time getting out of the batter's box.
2-0. Broken bat flare in the left field. There's a base hit. Kendrick will score. 2-0 Angels. Sawed him off, but Vernon Wells picks up his 43rd run batted in.
Second time in this series. Vernon gets jammed on the pitch, but able to fight it into the outfield for a big base hit at the right time. And the right decision by Hernandez. And most times it's going to flare. It's going to be a fastball that's going to be up. And it was up exactly where he wanted, but Vernon's strong enough to fight it in the outfield for a base hit and an RBI.
Third hit of the inning for the Angels. Still one out. Runners at first and second now for Callaspo. Takes the breaking pitch inside for ball 1. Alberto has made contact both times this afternoon. A fly ball to center, a fly ball to left. Nothing to show for it. He taps this one foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. That is, I guess, something to hang your hat on, considering how good Felix Hernandez has been. You actually made contact in the first 2 plate appearances.
The way he's been throwing the baseball, all of his pitches. We just got to like the way Mark Trumbo, and you just watch him on deck, how he gets his eyes focused, prepares himself. Mentioned it, the comparison between him and Mark McGwire. That focus before you take your approach at the plate.
Torrey Hunter standing at second. Vernon Wells at first. Callaspo in the hole here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trumbo's on deck. 2 outs.
That fastball had some movement.
The struggles for Alberto Callaspo with a man in scoring position continue. Basically since June the 1st. So Trumbo comes up. Bard's going to go out and have a conversation with Hernandez. He led off the bottom of the 3rd with this.
Of course, Bard's going to remind him, hey, last time when he had that opportunity to drive the ball was on a fastball. Next time he came up with a lot of all-speed pitches. Trumbo, 471-foot shot against him. First at bat.
Ground ball to short. Wilson has it, feeds Ackley. Wells is forced down for the 3rd out. The Angels do get a run on 3 hits, leave a couple of men on. 7 in the books. It's 2-0 Angels. Any relation to Benji?
Could be.
Maybe.
But he loved the Angels, though.
Benji gets
Why
you?
would you not?
Is he on your list?
No.
Top of the 8th.
No, but we had Don Baylor on there. He was on there.
2-0. Angels on top. Mariners ending up 9-1-2. Seager, Ichiro, and Wilson against Ervin Santana. Fastball is down and in. Seager 1 for 2 at a base hit in the 3rd inning. A strikeout victim in the 5th. 6 punch outs for Santana. 1 walk. 5 hits allowed. One ball, 1 strike. Ervin Santana at 102 pitches so far. 67 have been strikes. One to Seager. Just missed outside, not by much. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Not a bad spot.
This one up the line, foul. It's 2-2. $38,823 in the house this afternoon. Finale of this 3-game set. Finale of the homestand. Angels took 2 of 3 from the Minnesota Twins. Split the first 2 here against the Seattle Mariners. Seager loops this one out to left field. It's a leadoff base hit. Man on for Ichiro. He's got Downs loosening in the pen. Playing catch for a little while. So he should be ready to go.
Mike Scioscia's going to be leery, obviously, of the number of pitches thrown from Ervin today, coming off back-to-back complete games.
Ichiro chops one toward the middle. Howie's got it near the bag. Touches second. Throws to first in time. Double play. Started by Howie Kendrick. There are 2 outs.
And you know what? That was a great play by Ervin Santana, letting that baseball go. He thought about reacting and trying to field that ball, hold his glove back because he knew Howie was going to be in that position to field that ball. That's the only way you're going to get a double play against Ichiro. Lets it go. He's able to field a step on the base. Strong throw. Turns another double play. See Ervin letting it go, knowing his guy's going to be right there, and Howie steps on the base, completes the double play.
Jack Wilson takes the breaking pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
It's all about that communication. You look back at your infielders, where you're going to be, who's covering the base on a ground ball back to middle, and where you're going to be. If it's by me, do I reach for it or let it go?
Wilson today 0 for 3. Foul ball. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. I credit Bob Wilson behind the plate again. 3rd consecutive start behind the dish with Ervin Santana on the mound. Breaking pitch, foul, and that got a piece of Bobby.
Right around the neck and shoulder area, the one spot that's not necessarily protected also. And you mentioned Bobby's done such a good job behind the plate, in particular with Ervin on the hill. He was so excited about the gift that the Angels gave him the other day as far as that being part of that no-hitter by Ervin Santana.
Bobby getting back-to-back starts. Last night and today, first time he's had back-to-back starts since August 6th and 7th of last year. We were wondering that last night when we saw his name in the lineup. First thing we both said, Ervin's going tomorrow. He's got to be starting tomorrow too, right? Sure enough. 1-2, got him looking. Down goes Wilson. And Ervin Santana stellar through 8 innings. We head to the bottom of the 8th, and the Angels leading it 2-0.
El Pollo Loco. Try El Pollo Loco's 2-piece leg and thigh combo with 2 small classic sides and a drink for $5. El Pollo Loco. Feel the excellence. And by Time Warner Cable.
At the bottom of the 8th inning, the Halos up by the score of 2-0. Felix Hernandez back out there, facing 8-9-1. Borges, Wilson, and Ibar. Peter fouls off the first pitch. No balls and 1 strike. Borges today has popped out. Maybe a little comeback or two. Felix, that was in the 6th inning. 10 strikeout performance by Felix Hernandez. No walks, 4 hits allowed. Will pop up on the first base side. Carp coming over near the railing, runs out of room. Oh, 2 count on Borges.
Well, we talked about how good these 2 young pitchers are at the start of the game, and they certainly have not disappointed at all. Both thrown extremely well for their clubs.
Borges strikes out swinging, make that 11 punch outs for Felix Hernandez. The first out here in the 8th. Fans, take the Angels with you this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Angels game live or on demand on your computer, as well as your favorite devices. Visit Angels.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. 1 out, nobody on for Bobby Wilson. Bobby's 0 for 2. Ground ball to third and a punch out. Over to third, Seager. Nice play going to his left, retires Wilson for the second out of the inning.
That was a tough hoppy and a pick, too. Long throw again. And both these pitchers around the strike zone. Total 1 walk between these 2 great young arms combined in the game. Ervin with the walk, Felix with no walks to go along with his 11 strikeouts.
Ibar takes a breaking pitch for a strike. Eric today 0 for 3. A ground out, a strikeout, and a fly ball to right. Jordan Walden has just now gotten up, playing catch in the bullpen. The pitch missed outside, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Scott Downs is there as well. And with 2 guys up, kind of leads you to believe that Ervin at least will get the opportunity to go back out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You've got Ackley, Carp, and Wells due up in the 9th for Seattle. Lefty, lefty, and a righty. Ibar swing and a miss. The ball gets away from Bard, throws to first. And that will complete the strikeout, the 12th strikeout of the game for Felix Hernandez. We head to the ninth. The Angels with a 2-0 lead.
Early in the ballgame, made an outstanding throw over the first base. Urban helping himself out. Played the play with Bobby Wilson. Was able to prevent a run from scoring. And Eric Ibar, he got tremendous range at shortstop. To play on a pop foul as Urban Santana takes the hill here in the ninth inning with an opportunity to throw another complete game. Hopefully get a shutout out of it also.
Facing Dustin Ackley here to lead things off. The first pitch is a breaking ball down and in. Ackley's 0 for 3. A couple of ground outs and a pop-up. Bounces this one over to Howie Kendrick. Looked like he got handcuffed a little bit, but stayed with it. Ackley is the first out here to start the ninth.
Howie just continues to play great defense, and Urban continues to get ground ball outs. Stayed down, a little tricky hop at the end, but able to turn around and make the throw, get the first out of the ninth.
One out, nobody on for Mike Karp. Mariner first baseman's 2 for 3. A couple of singles and a ground out. Takes a fastball for strike one.
Urban's got 12 ground ball outs in this game today.
114 pitches thrown so far. 76 for strikes. Karp lifts one out to deep right center field. No more shutout. A solo home run. It's 2-1 Angels. Mike Karp with his third home run of the season, his 15th run batted in.
He's the one guy throughout the course of the game here against Urban who's had some good swings. A couple singles and now that home run. Look at another pitch in the inner half and down. Down and in. Spot left-hander batters love to get. Mike Scioscia coming out.
Yep, Mike Scioscia's coming out. That looks like it's going to be it for Urban Santana. Jordan Walden ready to go in the bullpen. Urban Santana will depart here with a 2-1 lead, and he'll get one heck of an ovation by the Angels faithful. 8 in the third, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk, 7 hits, including the home run. They just allowed to Mike Karp. Terrific outing for him. In line to pick up his 8th win as Jordan Waldo takes over. And it's up to Waldo to come in here and close the door in order for Santana to pick up that 8th win. The Angels to pick up a series victory. He'll be facing Casper Wells here with 1 out and nobody on. Wells, the right fielder, 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts. Did reach on a fielder's choice in the 6th inning. And was thrown out trying to steal second base. First pitch fastball is down low. Walden pitched in Friday's game. Picked up the victory. It was an extra inning game. With 1 inning, struck out a man. That fastball caught the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Walden looking for his 25th save. 44 in the 3rd innings, 35 hits, 47 strikeouts.
Oh, that's a pretty good spot.
That missed low. 2 balls and a strike. It's a pretty good pitch.
Right on the outside corner. Right at the knees for a strike. That was called a ball.
Fouled off to the right. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chris Conroy, the home plate umpire today, has done a terrific job all afternoon on both sides.
He really has. Yeah. Very consistent. That's when you have 2 good arms like he had to deal with out there during the course of this game. He's around the strike zone. He's been calling them too.
Here comes the 2-2. Outside, full count. Josh Bard, the catcher, is on deck. This one popped up on the infield. Ibar comes charging in. 2 outs. So the Halos are not away of picking up their 63rd victory of the year, putting a little pressure on Texas. They play in a couple of hours against Cleveland down in Arlington. But still 1 out to record here to get that 3rd out. Bard slaps one foul. It's no balls and a strike. The Mariner catcher today has popped out, walked, and struck out. That makes it an 0 for 2 afternoon. What a performance due by Felix Hernandez of Seattle. 8 innings, 12 strikeouts, no walks. 2 runs both earned on 4 hits and a home run. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. $38,823 in the house. Bard backs out as Walden was coming set. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Bard. Light that baby up as the Angels pick up another series win. This afternoon, a 2-1 final.
Boy, what an all-around great game. Set the tone by Ervin Santana, the way he's been throwing the baseball. Mark Trumbo, 471-foot shot. Manufactured another run there in the 7th inning. King Felix did a great job, but Vernon Wells with that base hit in the left field gives that little extra cushion. That's how they were able to win this game 2-1. But Ervin Santana, what a roll. Now at 508 on the season. You talk about 3 dominant pitchers. Can't get much better than Ervin Santana, Jared Weaver, and Dan Herron right now.
Ervin Santana notches his 8th victory of the season. Felix Hernandez falls to 10-10, the hard luck loser. Jordan Walden notches his 25th save. The Angels win it by the final of 2-1. Be sure to stick around. Lindsay Soto, Jose Modem, along with Gooby and myself, might be talking to Ervin Santana. Angels Live coming up next.